Hi everyone, this is Marianne and welcome to my channel. About 6 months ago, I made a video about me wanting to try using 36 GSM paper on the disc-bound system. I will link that video down below, and the reason why I wanted to do this was because traditionally for the disc-bound, thick paper is recommended. Our usual 70 GSM, 80 GSM paper will pop out of the discs with normal use, so about 100 GSM paper or thicker is recommended. I myself use 160 GSM paper in my planner, and I have a video about that specific paper, which I will also link down below. But I was never really able to make an update about how the 36 GSM paper is faring in my disc-bound system. Last December, I placed more of the 36 GSM paper in my disc-bound Life notebook, which is A5 size, so it has 8 discs. I made this notebook on camera. I have 2 videos about this notebook, and I will link both of them down below. I am using the onion skin, the 36 GSM, specifically for my journaling, for which I have a section in my Life notebook, and here they are here on the discs, and of course the paper plays beautifully with fountain pens. I have a video testing the onion skin paper with fountain pens, and I will link it down below. Now in this Life notebook, I have observed that the 36 GSM paper does not pop out, and I think I know why. This notebook is A5 size, like I said, meaning it has 8 discs, so the paper has more stability. Another reason is I don't turn these pages like a million times a day. Unlike the pages on my planner, this here is just the notebook, which in my life gets flipped through much less than my planner. And that's another reason why the paper does not pop out. I do not flip through this a lot. And in fact, whenever I do flip through it, I do it with several sheets all at once. I do not flip through this notebook page by page or sheet by sheet because I usually flip to find the specific kind of paper that I want to journal with at that moment. And there are a few kinds of paper here. I also have the 40 GSM here and the 115 GSM and some of the 160 GSM as well. However, notice that the edges that are on the discs tend to get folded. And even then, even with the folding, the paper still does not pop out of the discs. I think it's for the 2 reasons that I already mentioned. Aside from this very minimal folding, which does not affect the function of the paper, I have seen nothing wrong with this paper in this disc-bound notebook, considering what I use this notebook for and how I flip through this section. However, I have observed that the paper pops out from this disc-bound ink swatch book that I made just recently. I use 270 GSM paper for the actual swatch cards, but sometimes I place a sheet of onion skin paper 36 GSM in front of a card that has a staining ink so that it will not stain the back of the card that's facing the card with the staining ink. I hope that makes sense. So the onion skin now acts as a kind of fly leaf. So when I flip through the pages of this disc-bound ink swatch book, I have observed that the 36 GSM onion skin paper does pop out. So I think I also know why. This book has only 3 discs, so it does not have much stability, and I flip through this book one by one, card by card, and of course flyleaf by flyleaf. This is the exact opposite situation that I have with my Life notebook. So my conclusion is the 36 GSM paper will not pop out of the discs if, number 1, you do not flip through the notebook often. Number two, when you do flip through it, you flip the pages several sheets at a time, not one by one. And number three, if the notebook has at least 8 discs, like this one. I think all these three conditions must apply for the 36 GSM paper not to pop out of the discs. Because I can imagine that even if you do not flip through the book often, but they are on 3 discs, then I think it's still going to pop out. You know, I'm just making that assumption from my experience and observation. It's annoying to have the onion skin on my swatch book, but it's not a problem at all to have them on my A5 sized Life notebook. And that is finally the end of my experiment with using the 36 GSM onion skin paper on the disc-bound system. I hope this video was helpful for you, and I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.